All right, guys, welcome to week number 7 here live. This is the GTCC, and this will be race number 1 coming up of a 3-race format. We are at Brands Hatch this week and very happy to be here. This is such a classic track. There's been a lot of legendary races here, so it's going to be really fun to see what our Kias will do tonight here. These touring cars are absolutely fun to watch, and can't wait to see what is in store for us tonight. Up in the booth tonight, I'm JD Smith, and alongside of me is my good friend Kane Kraft, and happy to have him here with me. And tonight's show will be brought to you by GetDirtyMX.com, so we're glad to have them just beside us all night. The guys are getting warmed up, getting finished up. It'll be on the grid soon. Kane, how's things looking out here tonight?
Looking good. Looks like everybody's on pace to have a really good race tonight.
And I'm super excited to check it out. I can't wait to see what all's in store. Right now, like I said, the guys are finishing up qualifying. And looking on our poll tonight, it looks like it's going to be Robert Fagg and Douglas Beard on the outside pole is what I'm looking at right now, Kay. And so point standings to this point have been so close. And just give us a little bit of what happened last week. I'm trying to refresh my memory.
There was a race last week, and there was winners and losers, and it was good. I enjoyed it.
And that's the type of enthusiasm I love to hear from Kane Kraft right there, ladies and gentlemen. Looking right now, Robert Fagg, Douglas Beard, and Fabrizio Battistella, your top times in qualification right now.
What did we run last week? I can't even remember. That kills me.
Yeah, we had, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that were not at our event last night, we were in New South Wales, Australia at GV8 Bathurst race, and it was just unbelievable. And it was such a big broadcast that it has wiped my mind straight clean from where we have been.
It was an excellent race last week. It was Watkins Glen.
That's right. We were at Glen in upstate New York, and it was Douglas Beard's show. Now I remember he did not get the trifecta, but he did win 2 out of the 3, if I'm remembering that right, Kane.
That is correct.
And who else did we see in victory lane last week? I believe it was Robert Fagg.
I believe it was.
Well, it's all coming back to me real soon now, guys, as everything is getting ready to happen real soon. They're on the grid. Kane, I'm going to let you take a screen here.
The revs are up. Green lights are on. Everybody's getting away. Pretty good, looks like. No wrecks to speak of yet. That first turn is a little chaotic, but everybody's made it through it pretty good.
And we know we've seen in weeks past, this first starts of these GTCC races have been tremendously dangerous, and they have been just detrimental to some of these drivers. So this turn you're seeing them go through, these 3 and 4 that are coming up, are really scary. So far they're doing really good, and I see them already, a few guys already starting to get in line and settle in on a position. They're not trying to be too aggressive here in race 1 tonight.
Simon Goodwin got a little goofy, got off track, caught the curb just wrong, and it sent him across the track sideways. Now he's kind of stuck down there in turn 3. Trying to get going again. He got going again. No contact made. He'll be able to continue on with his race.
That's what I was going to bring. It was lucky for him was he did not get in any trouble. That could have been some damage. He did a really good job of staying out of the wall. So really good all in all for Simon Goodwin. Hate to see him get spun out there, but it's not going to be as bad as it could have been. All right, right now. Just going to look at how some things are going on around the track, guys. Looking at some of the fun action we have currently in first place is the number 28 car of Robert Fagg. And good to see him out front and attacking very strong. Back in the second place is the number 20 Monster Kia of Douglas Beard. And just right on their tail is the 8 for 80 guys. Both of them in the third place position is the number double knot car of Eddie DePaula, and right behind him is his teammate Fabrizio Battistella in the 83. It's easy to keep your eyes on the 8 for 80 guys, as both of them drive those awesome looking Pepsi Max liveries on the Kias. And
whoa, Mario's around. He's also safe, about the same spot as Simon Goodwin, but caught that curb and just took him around and into the grass, but no contact made. He's back on his way again. He was having a great race there with Gelder and Egan.
Scary moment there for the number 27 machine of Mario Gerard. That could have been really bad as well, but a good save for Mario to keep it out of detrimental trouble. Also, another guy just went off track, and he's okay. It wasn't real bad off track, but that was Eddie DePaula just went off track. Fabrizio Battistella is trying to stay in front of Jim Pankton right now. Jim Pankton battling very hard in the number 77.
Coming back from a great run last week, Jim Pankton. He had a great run at the Glen last week, and whoop, he's off into the gravel trap. He kept it straight. Fantastic driving by Jim Pankton. That could have been disastrous.
It could have, and right now I'm watching Fabrizio Battistella and C.P. Allen and Jim Pankton. All of those guys are doing just a killer job. I mean, Fabrizio Battistella is the position right now in fourth. Back in fifth, now it's Jim Pankton, as he just passed as soon as I said it, C.P. Allen. Those guys are just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Killer battle right now for the fifth and fourth position.
Looks like Eddie DePaula in third has managed to get a little bit of a gap with them fighting so hard behind him, so there's a little bit of a gap between third and fourth back there.
A little bit of news, Simon Goodwin has just made his way down the road as he has just stopped for a quick stop for some quick repairs, and he is heading back out on the track right now as we speak.
Douglas Beard having a little bit of trouble, got a little sideways, got into the grass, and he was able to recollect it, but not before getting passed by Eddie DePaula.
Yeah, the dust has been kicked up back there. Right now, Jim Pankton trying to make a really good move on Fabrizio Battistella door to door right now on the right hand. He's got the inside advantage. He is about a half a car length advantage, and he will make the pass cleanly. A great pass by Jim Pankton, the 77 Kia, teammate to the leader Robert Fagg, and both of those guys are moving towards the front. I'm telling you what, Jim Pankton looking exceptional here tonight. And
Douglas Beard has made his way back around Eddie DePaula for the second place, but Eddie's not letting him get away. He's staying right there. It looks like Robert Fagg may have got off the track there.
Robert Fagg is in trouble, guys. I'm trying to figure. Oh, and then hits the wall. Something happened. He just reset the car and towed the car. It is getting towed to Blaine as we speak. Gotta go back on a replay.
Yeah, let's bring up a replay.
I mean, when the leader just appears and has to get towed, something bad happened. We got to see what happened. Wow, Kane is going back, finding out what happened to the previous leader. We do have a new leader. It's Douglas Beard. I'm just going to be quiet for a second while we figure out this replay here.
That sounds like it might have been a blown motor.
And that is a tough break for Robert Fagg. He's really, really battling in the points championships with Douglas Beard right now. And now Doug Beard is able to take the lead. And that really hurts here in race number one, folks.
All right, I think I got it to work finally after 6 tries. We will see what happened to Robert. Oh, yeah, he did blow the motor. Ouch. I do think he's got a reset on this one, so he should be able to get some attention from his pit crew and get back out on the track.
Yeah, I'm watching live right now, and he still currently is in pit road.
Ah, that's a shame. Somebody else off track looks like Simon Goodwin. Off track again, but he's got it back on the track and going good. Douglas is in first place, Douglas Beard, and
he's got a visitor right on his tail, Kane.
Yeah, Eddie DePaula is right on his tail. He is not giving him any breathing room whatsoever. This is going to be a battle to the end.
And he's able to make passes. Something happened to Doug B there. He just kind of stopped for a second, and an easy pass made by Eddie DePaula to cleanly take the lead. And now we have a new leader, and that is the double knot Pepsi Max Kia of Eddie DePaula as he's the lead. And man, you know he's happy to be up there, Kane. He has been fighting and fighting week after week to get in the lead, and he is there.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. He's happy about that. Now he's just got to keep it on the black stuff and bring her home. 5 laps remaining.
And with 5 laps remaining, folks, I will do a rundown in just a second. I do want to say that it's just a tough break. Robert Fag is back out on the track now. For those that were wondering if he had made it out of the pits, I think he's out.
Matt Gilder running in 5th place. He seems to be having a good, clean race tonight. That's good news.
Here is how they run. Eddie DePaula is in the lead with Douglas Beard in 2nd. Jim Pankton in 3rd with C.P. Allen in 4th. Fabrizio Battistella back to 5th with Matt Gilder in the 6th position. Jim Egan riding good tonight in the 7th position with Mario Gerard fighting back in 8th. Peter Hebron holding down 9th. Robert Fag in 10th. Benny Jones in 11th. 12th goes to Jason Lundy, while Simon G. Goodwin is currently cleaning up the field in 10th. And guys, we are getting, this race is really running away from us. Race 1 doing a good job of getting over in a hurry. We are already currently on lap number 6, and our leader is about to make lap number 7. Eddie DePaula still holding off number 23 machine of Douglas Beard, and that is quite a hefty task, but he's doing a really good job in that Pepsi Max Kia.
He is doing a good job. Anytime you've got Douglas Beard in your rearview mirror, it's got to be stressful, but he's holding it on the track and making some good time, so we'll see how it plays out.
And right now, it looks like Benny Jones has got up in traffic with our 2 front runners. He gets out of the way just fine. Eddie DePaula still battling Doug Beard, but another guy that's doing a really good job right now is Jim Pankton back in the 3rd position. He has really put down one heck of a race so far tonight.
Yeah, congratulations to Jim. That's a couple races in a row where he's really had a good race going for him, so that's fantastic. I'm glad to see it.
And for those of you probably know, that is the teammate of Robert Fag, so I'm sure Robert Fag's happy to see that. Also, another guy having a pretty good night so far is Matt Gelder. And Matt Gelder, who has had some unlucky runs so far this season, he's running in 6th position right now, so not too shabby for the teammate of Douglas Beard. And Doug is currently in 2nd, so 2nd and 6th is not bad at all when you're looking at the championship points. And I'm trying to keep everybody posted on everything around the track. Kane doing a good job of keeping his eyes peeled around the track. So much action, so little time, Kane.
Yeah, very true, very true.
I'm proud of Eddie DePaula, still able to hold off Douglas Beard, and Doug Beard is really trying to hang with Eddie DePaula and trying to pressure him into making a mistake here at the end of this race. And here we are on lap 8, and Eddie DePaula knows he's almost there. It just got to push a little bit harder, and he knows he'll have that victory here in race 1. But he also knows one mistake in that position, and that lead is gone. So he knows how important this win is going to be to him. Right now, Doug B really pushing, trying to get right on that bumper of the double knot car of Eddie DePaula. Really good battle going up here for the first place position.
I'm wondering what happened to Jason Lundy tonight. He's back in 11th place, and looks like he had to go to the attention of his pit crew at some point. Robert Fagg just made his way around him for position number 10.
Yeah, it's a good question, Kane. That's a really good question. Jason Lundy in the number 14 Pistachios, wonderful Pistachios car. I love that livery. Well, I'm going to go and do a rundown. We're getting ready here. Currently on the last lap of race, or one more to go, right? We're on lap 9 here.
We've got Douglas Beard off.
Trouble.
Eddie DePaula off.
Eddie DePaula rolling, squirreling, just trouble. That's a massive, terrible wreck for Eddie DePaula. That is the lead being lost. Douglas Beard is able to hold him off. We have a new leader. It is the number 23 of Doug Beard. Oh my gosh, Kane, what just happened?
Going back to an instant replay here, see if we can see what happened.
And while you're getting the replay, Jim Pankton fighting his heart off, trying to hold the second position down. See Allen right on his bumper, literally trying to give him the bump and run, take the position over. The white flag coming out. These guys starting the last lap. And Douglas Beard right now has a very, very healthy, comfortable lead. And if he can just keep it on the track, he should take the win here in race 1. Jim Pankton able to get a little breathing room currently from C.P. Allen in 3rd. Back behind them, Matt Gelder has moved up to the 4th position, Kane, and Mario Girard has moved up to 5th.
Jim Pankton's got a mirror full of C.P. Allen. It's looking like that's going to shape up to be a big race on this last lap.
And it currently is right now as we see C.P. Allen trying to make it. He's going to have to make this pass happen in the next turn or two because that's all he has left here in race number 1, folks. It's getting down to the nitty-gritty, and he's going to have to make it happen soon. Look at those brakes. Both of them are just fire red. They're so hot. C.P. Allen trying to make a move to the outside. The back end kicks out just a little bit, but it's okay. He just loses a little bit of time because he had to save the car. It could have been real bad as he could have lost control. Would have been all she wrote. He thinks a little bit wiser and decides it's better to get that podium than to crash out and finish in the back of the pack. Here you see him going down this final turn here on the way to the start-finish line. It's going to be for winner Douglas Beard with the number 77 of Jim Pankton finishing in the 2nd position. He fought hard. What happened right there? He just wrecks at the end of the race. C.P. Allen.
He's got a brand new car on the trailer for the next one, so he said, you know what, I'm going to see how bad I can damage this car in just one wreck.
He sure did. I mean, he said that car wasn't a winner. It might have been good, but I want a winner, so he's going back to holler to get him another one. And as everybody's crossing the finish line, I'll go ahead and do a final rundown of how they finish here.
Man, a tough break for Eddie DePaula. That was so unfortunate that Douglas Beard just went in just a little hot and caught him right on the tail end and pulled the sheriff officer pit maneuver on him and just kind of sent him off track and into the barrier, and he had to tow to the pits. But that's racing sometimes, and I know Beard felt terrible about it, but you know, I feel horrible about that. It made for some spectacular footage, but I would much rather see those guys racing door to door.
Well, I'm sure we'll see Eddie DePaula return in race 2 and 3 to battle towards the front again. I'm sure we'll see him. He obviously knows his way around Brands Hatch, as he was able to work his way to the front and stay there pretty good ways. He knew what he was doing around this track. Just very unfortunate event took place, and that pushed him back to finishing all the way back in 8th place. So I'm going to go ahead and do a rundown of how they finished, Kane. We definitely had an action-packed first race here at Brands Hatch, and the way race 1 finished up is the leader of the end of the race, and 1 is the number 23 Monster Kia of Douglas Beard. Right behind him in 2nd place, who fought his butt off and deserves all the credit in the world for really getting better and better each week, is the number 77 driver of Jim Pankman. Put together one heck of a race, holding off. He had like you said earlier, had a rear view full of the 3rd place finisher, C.P. Allen, the number 16 Kia. That is the podium here in race 1. Matt Gelder also deserves a lot of credit, finishing in the 4th position. Mario Girard finished in 5th after that spin out came that happened early in the race. So really good for Mario Girard to battle back to get a top 5. Fabrizio Battistella ends up in the 6th place. 7th goes to Peter Hebron, who ended up finishing 7th. Eddie DePaula, we all know what happened to him. I mentioned earlier, but he did finish in the 8th position. Robert Fagg, who led this race off the pole, ends up in 9th place after a blown engine. Jim Egan, who also had a good race at the beginning, ends up finishing 10th. Jason Lundy finishes 11th with the 12th position belonging to Simon G. Goodwin. Benny Jones finished in the 13th position, and that rounds out the field.
Yeah, spectacular racing tonight. There's several battles door to door, and I gotta say, these cars are just so squirrely when you get them a little offset that that was, very easy to see. You could tell there on the last lap was C.P. Allen, where he got it just a little off balance. He had to stop and get it straightened up, and cost him a little bit of time and let Pankman get away. And seen the same thing happen with Doug Beard 2 or 3 times throughout the race, where he'd get going around the corner and get the car just upset a little bit to where he just had to let off, get the car straightened up, and lost some time. So these cars are kind of fun in the way that they're unpredictable, and the suspension wise, I guess, is a little unpredictable, and you just never know when that thing is going to go a little goofy on you. It really takes a really skilled driver to get these things around the track, and these guys are showing how skilled they are, because these door-to-door battles are just fantastic.
Some of the best in iRacing held right here in the GTCC each Tuesday night, and as this league continues to grow, we continue to see the drivers that have been here for quite some time just improve week after week, and that is what we're seeing near the front of the field each and every week. And man, it really has been developing into some unbelievable racing. If you don't believe me, you don't even have to watch a race to see the results. If you've just been watching the point standings, you can see how close this thing is. It is still anybody's season, and here we are in week number 7, and it's still anybody's season. That's how close it is near the top. It is just unbelievable how close this battle has been all season long. It's not like it's been dominated by one driver or 2 drivers. It has been an absolute, just the whole field has been having up weeks and down weeks. It's you never know what you're going to see here in these touring cars are just phenomenal. I love watching them, and can't wait till race number 2. And right now, I just got through doing a little driving, and race number 1 is complete, but we have a little special guest for us right now. Currently, we have Jason Lundy in here wanting to talk with us for a second. Jason, how you doing?
I'm good, guys. How are you?
Oh, doing great, buddy. What happened there in race number 1?
Race number 1 had a good start. I got around 2 guys and was following Mario, and I don't remember the name of the corner here at Brands Hatch, but I cut it and I got told to slow down, and I thought I left a big enough gap to the guys in front of me. They went off 30 seconds in front of me, and I slowed it down to under 50 miles an hour. But I still got a stop and hold penalty. So that pretty much ended my race right there on the first lap. There was no way to come back from that big of a gap.
And I'm sorry to hear that, Jason, but the good news is I know you will be back fighting very good in race number 3, buddy. We look forward to seeing more from you in the races to come. Good luck on the track there, Jason.
Thanks, JD.
Absolutely, 100%. Also with us right now is Douglas Beard. Douglas Beard, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well, JD. Thanks, sir.
Absolutely. Congratulations on race 1. Tell us about it.
Thank you. Boy, oh boy, that was a weird one for sure. Started out, I didn't get too much practice in, but I was kind of comfy with it, and got a nice lap in quali. Put me right behind Rob, which I probably shouldn't have been that close to him, but. And then, of course, as we kicked off, then everything went pretty much as planned with Rob shooting off in the horizon. And then he had engine trouble, done blowed up on him. And so then I inherited first, luckily, and then I was scooting around, and the car under gas, I hadn't really driven it with a full tank, so it got a little squirrely on me, and I drove it off track. I had to let Eddie by, and then we were battling. I got inside him, and boy, oh boy, I tried to get as far over as I could. I was right on the edge, and we still made contact. I hate for that to happen to Eddie, but I guess that's racing, and we'll take a look at it, but I didn't really get to see it. But I really felt like he knew I was there, and I was trying to get as far over as I could, so.
Oh, it's definitely understandable. These cars are hard enough to control around the track with nobody on them, so that is quite understandable. Nothing there seemed intentional at all. That's just racing. That's how I look at it anyways. That was a great win in race 1, and we look forward to seeing you in races 2 and 3. Rob, I see you're down there with us as well. I hate for the engine trouble there in race 1. Hopefully you got another one on the truck to bring out for the rest of the day.
Hey guys, yeah, it's a bit of a weird one really. I didn't blow an engine at all the way I was driving in any of the practices, so a bit unfortunate, but I'm hoping to come back through the field. It's my home circuit, so it'd be nice to get a win here in one of the final 2 races.
Wow, well, I hope I'm going to be rooting for you in that aspect of the home circuit. I know how important that can be. That's how I feel whenever I visit Road Atlanta. So excellent, and glad to hear that. I hope for better luck for you in the next 2 races, Rob.
Cheers, guys, and keep up the good work.
Oh, thank you very much. Mario Girard, you had a spin out earlier in the race, but you got off the wall and stayed out of trouble, and were able to salvage out of that a 5th finish. Very nice.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm really pleased with it. Didn't have any practice for tonight, but take it a little bit easy and a bit too easy, I guess. I spun out, I'm really pleased with the result.
Well, looking forward to seeing you keep coming up in races 2 and 3, Mario. Always a pleasure talking with you.
Well, thank you, Gene.
Absolutely. Also, I want to say a really good job by Matt Gelder tonight, who battled all the way up the field. Matt, good to hear from you, buddy.
Yeah, that was a good. I was happy with that run. That was one of the best runs I've ever done for a while.
And you started working your way up the field, and I tell you what, if Rob would have been able to stay up front in first, y'all would have had a killer run for the team points. Still not bad though, and I know you guys both look like y'all can run here pretty good. So looking forward to seeing both of you guys run well in races 2 and 3.
Yeah, hopefully race 2 that I can get up there and run with Doug for most of the race. We'll see how I'm pretty good on the starts, and I seem to jump everybody off the start. So we'll see what the first couple laps of next race is.
Wrong teams, JD. You got your teams mixed up. His teammate won the race.
I'm so sorry, Doug Beard. I am so sorry. Doug Beard is Matt's teammate. I did get him backwards, and that's some of my Georgia messing with me. Sorry about that, Matt. I apologize.
Oh, don't worry about it.
So it's even better news for Matt, as his teammate did win the race. And that is a huge boost in the team's team point championship, buddy.
Yeah, I think going into this we were 50 or 60 points behind in team points, so this is going to help quite a bit.
It really is. I wasn't going to bring it up for those of you that don't know and weren't able to catch the broadcast last night. Matt Gilder joined us in a special guest commentary at Bathurst last night for the GV8 series. We did make a little joke last night, and I told him that I wanted to see him and Doug finish 1 and 2, and I think you guys have a really good chance of doing that in the next 2 races.
See, you jinxed us, but you jinxed us in a good way. So we'll see what happens.
Sounds good. That is Matt Gilder, ladies and gentlemen, and we need to be wrapping up here in just a second. Any final thoughts on race 1, Kane, before we move on to race 2 and 3?
I'm pretty excited for race 2 and race 3. It's been a close battle so far, so I'm anxious to see what the next one brings.
All right, guys, we're going to take a short break for, I guess we could say a commercial break here. We'll be right back in just a few minutes for race number 2.